what you think matters, what you say matters, and then what you do matters. And they're all really connected. You have to be careful around your thoughts. And but so I really do like, one of the things that's interesting about this topic for me is that when we were talking about, who are you when things don't go as planned, this idea of, vomit mouth, just saying a bunch of negative shit, like, oh, it's too cold, this hole's too small, or whatever. I've definitely clamped down on myself and made sure that I am not someone who says these things out loud. And in fact, I actually am a big fan of doing the opposite, where I say, like, it's good today, or I feel strong today.
Yeah, I found this topic to be extremely fascinating as well, not just for my entire life. And, I've spent a lot of time thinking about it through life things, doing competitions, maybe not wanting to do competitions, but then wanting to do competitions again, going outside and playing the whole game of, testing yourself and proving to yourself that you might be doing something that's great or whatever. And I think the reason why we want to talk about this was because honestly, the point is that everybody might be going through the same thing, right? And everybody might be going through something similar, and maybe this is tough to navigate, right? Like, the point is that we've talked a lot about mindset, right? Like on the Testpiece podcast, and we've talked a lot about the significance of the mindset and whatnot, but here's a very specific perspective here. Okay, you're struggling with the comparison between the end result and your process. If you're stuck on the result, you cannot focus on your action, right? We want to be focused, and I'll explain why I see that. Is if we want to send a climb, we show up to a climb, we find all the information about it, we get experience from other people, and people tell us, oh, it's this grade, it's supposed to be soft this way, but it's also hard in this way. You get all the information that you want. When you go, you're going to have your own experiences, you're going to have your own, opinions, and then you're going to make decisions, and you're going to make your own choices based on your own opinions. The problem is that you're going to react and you're going to feel what other people have told you, right? And that's where you need to separate there's no correlation between those two things. There's just a mental correlation, right? There's no actual correlation, there's just a mental one. And I always come to realize that my actions, my choices, and my verbal reactions never had anything to do with the result that I actually wanted. They were just the negative reactions. They were just the reasons why I didn't do them, or the reasons why I wasn't good enough to do them. But I wasn't sitting there reflecting on what choices should I make, what choices do I have control over that actually might get me a better result. Because if we just do that and you compound that, you inevitably will get a result that you're probably happy with. The problem really in climbing, in competition, in sports that you can have access to the information, is you focus on that, whether you know it, whether you think it, or whether it's proven to you in some sort of way through other people or other people's feelings, you feel like you know what the result's going to be. Even if you don't have it done yet, or you haven't worked towards it, you feel like you know what the result's going to be. The problem is when you start doing the actions that inevitably are difficult. Rock climbing is difficult. Climbing hard is difficult. And winning a competition, damn sure is difficult. And as soon as things get difficult, you start to fear that result is not a reality anymore.